Hey, welcome folks to another Beer Guys TV Brewcast. We're going to check out The Revenge of the Dullahan. Ooh. Coming up next.
If you're looking for serious, in-depth beer information, well, you're listening to the wrong show. But if you want fun and entertaining beer information, you've come to the right place. It's another Beer Guys TV podcast.
Well, welcome once again to another Beer Guys TV Brewcast. This is kind of a special one, so we're going to talk about a special event that we just recently attended. Had a lot of fun and celebrated the 5th year of brewing.
Hayes, Hayes Public House in Buffalo, Minnesota.
Yeah, with Pugs Hayes, the owner and brewer and
proprietor and
all those other things.
All around
and
good guy.
Kilt wearer, much like you said. Shane showed up in a kilt. Something you don't want to see too often, folks.
I don't know if you saw me that on. I wasn't really much on Facebook Live, but I have been on the. I was on a Facebook. My wife posted a picture of me with a kilt.
Yeah,
maybe I'll share that with the beer group. We'll see.
Oh boy, can't wait for that. But anyway, it was a big event. The whole town got behind it, and we were there to document it and be a part of it.
Yeah.
The mayor was there. They had bagpipe people. They had what do you call them, dancers? The river dance type dancers. They had music. They had food trucks, special cask ales. It was a big day. It was a big event. So
I know that Jerry showed up early.
Yep.
And Carol was with you.
Yep.
So and you guys did some live Facebook stuff.
We did a bunch of live Facebook stuff, and if you missed it, just go to our
parade. There's a parade.
Oh yeah. We got a chance to be a part of that too.
Yeah.
Actually,
it was kind of fun because I saw you on Facebook. I couldn't make it that early.
Right.
So I saw you on Facebook, and I saw Pugs pulling the first
he did
draft of stout.
Yep.
And then marching it down the street.
Yeah, they took it all the way around downtown. A bunch of us, and away we went.
The mayor got involved?
Yeah, they stopped traffic, the whole works. It was they had signs and people honking and waving. And
see, everybody loves beer.
Oh, I know. How do you go wrong with that? I mean, and it was fun talking with the mayor. She said, it's really been a place that people can congregate and hang out.
Sure.
And it's not like going to a bar where it's about kind of getting loopy. You know what I mean? It's like getting your drink on.
Right.
Relax, socialize.
Socialize. And that's what I talking with Pugs. He talked about that how this is kind of more of a social gathering, and that's what he wanted to bring to Buffalo, Minnesota.
Sure. Yeah.
Was that kind of a social aspect with beer, and. Well, I don't know. We got some clips from there. Why don't we just roll some clips? Well, I'll show some video of us with Pugs.
Okay.
Talking about that stuff, and let's just try this special brew that he made.
This is a special beer that he made. It was available during the 5th year anniversary. It's called Revenge of the Dullahan. We'll talk more about it here, but during the break, we get to crack one open and check it out.
Yeah.
You haven't tried it yet, huh?
I haven't.
All right, we'll
watch
do it.
These clips.
Well, welcome everyone once again to the Beer Guys TV Brewcast, and we are at Hayes Public House in Buffalo, Minnesota. We're visiting with Pug Hayes, and Pugs, you've got a big day going on here, your 5th anniversary. Can you believe it?
No. But I don't think I have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. It's 5 years whether you like it or not. Greg Johnson, Shane Zeppelin, and we're just pleased to be here celebrating your big day. And we've had a lot going on throughout the day. You've had everything from river dancers to parade and food trucks,
special cask,
some delicious beers, I might add.
Thank you. So we hope to see some of them in the main stage.
We'll see,
or at least bottle.
So, 5 years ago, what were you thinking when you opened this thing? Were you going, well, let's see how it goes, or hey, this is going to be a huge, or what were your thoughts?
Honestly, when I first started, my biggest thing was I need to work for myself. And back when this idea became an idea, I guess, it was a full-service Irish pub. Food, I hadn't even been into brewing yet.
Wow.
And I was going to school for business, entrepreneurship. I grew up in a restaurant. that restaurant environment. My grandmother owned and operated a restaurant for over 30 years, and my brothers and sisters got the opportunity to work there. My mom worked there for 20 some years, and so I grew up in that atmosphere, and so I really wanted to follow in my grandmother's footsteps, and so I was going to school for business management. So the idea was an Irish pub, full service, food, the whole everything. During that time that I was going to school, I got a buddy of mine and I got into homebrewing, or I should say, we got into craft beer.
Sure.
And any great idea, stems from drinking beer.
Well, yes. Strangely how that works.
Yes. And so we decided, we really like craft beer. Why don't we try brewing our own beer? And that's where it really stemmed from. And so it was a combination of brewing our own beer and the fact that I had this vision and this dream of an Irish pub.
I gotta say, I've stopped in here. Carol and I have stopped in here several times over the years. I've seen you here, but I don't chat with you because you always look like a busy guy. I don't want to bother you. But
I do. I bother him.
Yeah, and you should. He's good at bothering people.
And he's good at bothering him.
You should. I appreciate it.
We always leave going, man, they got some really good beers there.
Yeah.
And not to suck up, but I was like, for a newer brewery, they're pretty good. Yeah. So I don't know, where did you get the inspiration for your brews?
A lot of the beers that we brew, not every beer that we brew, but a lot of them, basically what I like to drink. And I think a lot of brewers nowadays brew the type of beer that they like to drink. For me...
Well, if you're stuck with it, you might as well,
you better like it.
Something you like.
Right. And for myself, personally, I always gravitated towards British style beers.
Okay.
And just tradition. I'm a big traditional guy. My parents, I grew up in a very traditional household, and so I love the tradition. Even in brewing, I found tradition, and going back to some of those more classic, maybe some brewers might say I'm a boring brewer because I don't throw a bunch of stuff in my beer. I'm proud of our 4.3% Irish dry style.
Where I'm drinking right now.
And to me, that's tradition.
Now, in the 5 years, I believe you have plans for expansion up on the rooftop. Is that correct?
We do. So for a while there, they were plans. It was I was telling people they were rumors. However, the rumor was started by me. It's no longer a rumor. We are going up. We're doing a rooftop patio, but we're making it year-round use. So it'll be basically what we're doing is if you can visualize a kind of an English-Irish cottage.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. He's a little camera shy.
He is for some reason.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
He makes good beer.
Yep, he does.
We've been checking out Revenge of the Dullahan.
And it's a stout, a smoked stout.
Smoked porter. It's actually porter.
Porter, okay.
But it's got, that's kind of neat. He's got coffee in it from the local coffee place. That was a Buffalo Book and Coffee place or something like that.
It says so on here.
Yeah, right about there. I don't have my spectacles on, but right at the bottom there it says. But
cold pressed coffee from Buffalo Books and Coffee.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So speaking of cold pressed coffee, sometimes when my wife will go, she and I will go visit Hayes, and she might not want a beer. Maybe she's just
maybe she's being a DD.
She's being a DD, or she just doesn't want the extra calories or whatever.
Sure.
He has cold pressed coffee on nitro.
Ooh.
So she'll have a glass of that while I'm having a beer.
Sure.
And as it happened last time we were there, I had a couple too many, and I said, you know what? I handed her my keys, and I said,
smart.
You can drive. I'm just going to enjoy my beer.
There you go.
And so that's kind of what you do. But
well, on a side note, I want to say real quick, You know Jerry, our one of the other beer guy, and it was Jerry was there doing most of the filming during the 50th anniversary there at Hayes in Buffalo, Minnesota. And he said, "Well, okay, I finally got to a point where he wanted to try a beer." And he goes, "Well, what do you think?" Well, I said, "Well, a majority of the beers there are dark beers, because it's an Irish pub, so that's what you expect, and they're good. But I know Jerry, and he doesn't like a lot of these beers, but I said, one you might want to try, the Hillbilly Peach Picker IPA, Milkshake IPA.
Yeah.
And he went, huh? I said, just try it. If you don't like it, I'll drink it.
Oh.
And he come back, he goes, wow, that's good. And in fact, he went back and got another one.
Oh, is that right?
Which is unusual for Jerry. And he goes, that's really good. And it's an IPA, and he doesn't really like the real, but it's so mellow with the hops. And it
is a very good IPA.
I can't help but have one when I'm there. And
I know.
I go in there thinking I'm going to have one of these, and I go, okay, I'll have one of those first. And it's
Well, I've got a story of my own about that.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah. So, about a month before his anniversary party, my wife and I went up to Hayes, and it's one of the breweries that we frequent more often.
Okay. You just feel kind of homey there?
Yeah, it does. It's from where I live, Buffalo is about 45 minutes. We like to sometimes shop in Buffalo.
Sure.
Rather than, the big city of St. Cloud, which happens to be 45 minutes as well. But Buffalo is a little bit, smaller,
right.
And there's a lot of good places to eat in Buffalo. Mm-hmm. And of course, there's Hayes.
Well, there's a pretty good reason right there.
Yeah, and so it was midsummer. It was sometime in July, maybe early August, and we stopped in, and I saw that peach picker, and I had a glass.
Now, before you ordered it, did you go?
Well, it's one of the things where it's an IPA, and I like to try different IPAs. So sometimes the fruit IPAs are a little off.
Yep, they sure can be.
Yeah, some are good, some are. They got to be just right. So I thought, I'll try it, and I did. It's like, oh, this is really good. And I didn't buy any that day, but at the anniversary, I have to admit that I took a growler of it home.
Did you?
I did. Yeah, I took a growler at home.
Oh man, I should have done that. Well, I'm jealous.
Yeah, well.
But I know where there's a growler.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well,
or actually, maybe less than half.
I gotta say, probably not a full one anymore. No. That's a good. If you're not into the dark beers, they certainly have some alternatives.
They do.
And they got a good cider. That pear. It's like
a pear.
It's like a cider
ale.
Cider ale. Yeah. A pear ale. It's actually pretty good. Yeah. And they make a what's called, I think it was called the Banshee with that.
Yeah, the Banshee, which is kind of their version of what we as Americans call black and tans, which is usually a stout on top of a lager.
Yeah.
And that is his stout on top of the apple ale.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, which is it makes it sweet.
Yep.
But you get that dark stoutiness.
Yeah,
it's quite awesome.
I tell you what, I haven't been there as much as you, but for a small pub, I was impressed, and some of the beers are just. I just really like their beers, and because a lot of times you go to a smaller brewery and you might like one or two, but there's not many there I don't like.
No, that's just it. In fact, actually, let's let Pugs talk a little bit more about it.
Hey, let's do it. Let's listen to Pugs. Well, one thing I learned by talking with your mayor here in Buffalo, man, they love you guys. So Terry and it was like, people can come down here and enjoy a family-style atmosphere. Just because it's beer doesn't mean it's all. People enjoy it. They can bring their pets in, their kids in, and really has helped downtown a lot. So kudos to you and your connection with the local business.
Well, thank you.
And one thing that we found too is that when you go to a brewery, you're not there. It's a different atmosphere than at a bar.
Right.
So you're there to enjoy a tasty beverage or two and enjoy the atmosphere. My wife and I will come up here. We'll play some cribbage.
Yeah.
We'll have a beer, and it's just something to come and do for a couple hours, and then you move on. So,
well, that's the thing is that a pub is all about is socializing, and we say we're the crossroads of the community. And these are people that probably have passed each other for so many years, grocery store, church, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you get a pint of beer, and now they're best friends.
That's the common thread.
Yes.
I like this craft beer.
Beer brings people together.
That's it.
Beers too.
Yes.
Well, speaking of which, what are you drinking?
I have the Hillbilly Peach IPA, which I think is
tremendous. One of my favorites. And I know you talked earlier that sells like crazy, huh?
It sells.
Yeah.
It's not my thing.
I love it.
I like IPAs and I like stouts traditionally. So, but I like this as a summertime brew because it kind of reminds me of summer.
Yeah.
Not really in the spring, not so much in the fall, but summer. It's a very good
It's not over the top hoppy. It's a good
No,
beer.
it's slightly sweet, but a very good. You can taste the peach.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
But yeah, it's summer.
It's subtle enough to where it enhances the hops.
It does. And you, what are you drinking? Because this will be interesting. What does the owner drink?
So what I'm drinking right now is actually a collaboration beer that we did with my buddy Seth. Up at Dublin's Irish Brew Pub in Blue. Shout out!
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't been there, you need to get there. But this is our, we call it Fleaish, which is a Gaelic pronunciation. It's a milk stout.
Okay.
It's actually imperial milk stout, and we infused it with Irish cream. So it's
I like Irish cream.
Next!
that's what I'm drinking.
Okay. And what do you have, Greg?
I've got the Irish stout that we talked about earlier. The Hayes Irish stout.
Oh, the Hayes.
Yep. It's a nice, sessionable stout.
Exactly.
Very tasty.
Yeah.
I love it. Very good. Well, you've done a heck of a job. 5 years. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Hard to say.
Hopefully right here making beer.
And without saying,
That's right.
where were you back?
One day at a time.
Yeah, that's it.
That's right.
You've done a great job. The community has embraced the way of beer. You got a beautiful spot right across from the lake. And plans expand and you grow your upstairs area and all that. I can only see better things ahead. It's been a pleasure for us to be here. And for your 5-year anniversary, it's been a lot of fun. And it seems like everybody's excited and having a good time. And we look forward. I can't wait to come back and celebrate again.
Yeah, thank you for
All right.
Yes.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for this Beer Guys TV Brewcast from Hayes Public House in Buffalo, Minnesota for their 5-year anniversary. I'm Greg Johnson. This is Shane Zeppelin and Pugs Hayes. And until next time, beers to ya. Cheers. Good job. Yeah, whatever he said.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, Pugs does a great job, and I mean, of course, he told you himself.
Yeah, there you go. And he's just a nice guy too. If you don't know him, you go, oh.
And he's quite humble.
Yeah,
which comes across in the video.
Yeah, he kept kind of stepping away from the mic. Yeah, but that's okay. Good guy.
So this beer here, which Revenge of the Dullahan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was a special
Imperial
one.
smoked coffee porter.
Right.
Yep. And there was a little bit of a difference between stouts and porters, and that's some people debate about that. But,
sure.
There is a difference in the brew style, and I happen to like this beer. I get a lot of coffee.
Yep.
I do get the smokiness, which
for sure.
I like in a beer personally. This would go great with like a smoked summer sausage or some beef sticks.
Stop it.
Smoked cheese. I mean, this actually, I mean, you put a charcuterie board together and you have this and smoked whatnots.
Meatballs.
Smoked almonds.
Almonds.
Yeah.
I need those.
But you do get a lot of coffee in this, but there's a sweetness that I like on this one. Well, it's not too dry.
Right. Yeah. But you got to pace yourself on this one. 10.1% on the ABV. So it's not like
it's up there.
Yeah. You driving me home after this?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You got an extra couch?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Well, we got a chance to talk to a bunch of the patrons while they're there. They had the special VIP tent they had the cask ales. They were real small.
I saw that on the Facebook.
And a lot of really interesting beers that they made just for that day only.
I tried a couple.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a couple I really liked. One was a vanilla bean.
Yeah.
Actually, it was this stout, not the smoke part of it.
Yeah.
But the base of this.
Okay, it was the Dullahan with the
Dullahan with the vanilla bean.
Yeah.
And that was really good.
Yep, there was a Trinity one that was kind of an orange. It had some orange to it. It wasn't the dark beer.
Yeah, the orange. I had that.
That was the Trinity.
Yeah, and that had an Irish whiskey.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And that was really good. And then they had this with an Irish whiskey, which was good.
And Jerry liked the peanut butter and jelly one.
Yeah, there was a peanut butter and jelly.
Yep.
They did something with raspberry too.
Yeah. I had
maple
and cocoa and
cocoa,
maple and cinnamon.
Maple and cinnamon.
They all kinds of crazy stuff.
They did 9 casks.
I know.
Just for this event.
I know.
Tapped them all at once. And you were there during the tapping. I came up a little late, but I was able to get a taste anyway.
Good. I was hoping you would.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome once again to Beer Guys TV. We're at Hayes Public House, Buffalo, Minnesota. Greg Johnson, Shane Zeppelin behind the camera, and we are joined by Red. Welcome, Red.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. We're just celebrating our 5-year anniversary. I'm really stoked about it.
You've been busy.
Oh, yes, I've been busy.
I saw you hauling boxes and carrying casks and generally just working hard. Not as hard as some of these guys over on my left.
Those guys over there don't do nothing, really.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah, I know.
He looks pretty and all, but...
I wouldn't go that far, but that's another story.
Yeah.
So how's it been going today?
It's been going good. I'm super stoked. We made 9 different casts that I was hard at work with Pugs, kind of like going, what should we do this time? And so we have some of our staples that we've done before, but some that we've kind of branched out and we haven't done. I'm gonna go, let's try this. I'm gonna go.
Well, what's been the maybe the surprising response of some of the ones you've done?
Like our new one that we've just recently done is a Trainota right here, which was brewed by that lovely man right there. And that lovely man right there. Lovely. Yes. They're 2 of our.
I don't know if that's the right thing to say,
but they're 2 of our newest volunteers. So they came to Pugs with this beer and go, hey, let's do this. So that's where they kind of came up with the Trainota. 3 brewers, 3 different hops.
Oh, that's a 3 thing. Huh?
Yeah, 3 things. So, and I just put this new hop that we gave them, this Madeira hop in orange zest.
Is that the technical term?
Yeah, that is the technical term for somebody that cannot pronounce the hop term. So.
Mandarina Bavarian.
Yes, hop.
Bavaria, blah, 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 like he said.
Yes. So then I just put some orange zest in it too.
Yeah.
And then I dry hopped it.
I liked it. I had it earlier. I went, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, so I've done it one other time and I just kind of tweaked it a little bit. And
you tweaked good.
Yes, thank you so much.
That Red, he's a tweaker. Although that doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
Not in the way that you might think. What? I didn't say twerker.
Yeah, well, tweet torque, but hey, yeah, you loved it. That's right.
Wow. Wow, your bar broke. Okay, all right.
Whatever.
So anyway, it's been a big day. You're having fun, and there's still a lot to go.
Oh yeah, we still have a lot to go.
All right.
I'm really stoked. I'm so proud of Pugs and his family.
Great job by everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Anyways, it's been a blast. Thank you so much.
Coming
out, guys.
Red at Hayes Public House in Buffalo, Minnesota. And a little beers to you.
Yes.
We know that one serving just isn't enough, so there's more Beer Guys TV on tap and coming up.
Beer Guys TV brings you beer reviews and beer-related information in a fun and clean, entertaining way. Our website is a combination of beer articles, reviews, products, videos, and now podcasts too. And you can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Check those out. Please take a moment to visit our sponsors as well and tell them that you heard about them or saw them right here on Beer Guys TV. That will allow us to continue to bring you entertaining beer reviews and other fun stuff your way. And remember to enjoy your beer in moderation, never drink and drive, and always use a designated driver. That way you'll be around to enjoy more beer tomorrow. Hey, thanks for listening. And now, back to the show. I got a chance to talk to several people I said, what's your favorite? And they're like, I don't know, I haven't tried them all yet. But some people really know their beers. And I talked to a girl by the name of Erin. Now, she's originally from Reno, Nevada. Had just moved back to Minnesota, and I just started talking, and I realized, hey, she knows her beer pretty dang good. So we got a chance to talk with her a little bit.
Well, we have that on video.
Excellent. Here you go. Hey, everybody. Welcome once again. Beer Guys TV. Greg Johnson along with Shane Zeppelin, and we are at Hayes Public House in Buffalo, Minnesota for their 5th anniversary. And right now we're talking with Erin. Thank you for taking a little time to visit with us, Erin.
You're very welcome.
I understand. We were just talking about your car. You got Nevada license plates, and you said you drove all the way from Reno, Nevada.
That's correct.
Wow. And have you ever been to Hayes before?
I have not. This is my first visit.
Well, what do you think so far?
I love it. The atmosphere here is great, very friendly. The staff has been incredible, making great recommendations.
Wow, how about you? So you got a chance to try, I saw you try some of the cask ales.
Absolutely.
And any thoughts there? Any favorites? Anything standouts?
I started out with the Irish Red, which is a personal favorite of mine, which was fabulous. Very, very good, aged in whiskey barrels, and you can absolutely taste that. It is very, very forward. I also had the oatmeal stout, which I think was probably my favorite of the day.
Oh, really?
Nice, strong, full-bodied stout, and really enjoyed that. I had one of their specials today, the Dullahan. The one that is a little more whiskey forward, not the pepper one.
Oh, yeah.
And it was very, very good as well. Very full-bodied, a lot of beautiful flavors on the tongue.
She knows her beer, folks.
I do a little bit.
She fits right in here on Beer Guys
Yeah.
TV. I tried the one with all the peppers and stuff, and I'm a true Minnesotan. Ketchup's a little edgy for me. So the spiciness was like, whoa! You got to really like the spice on that one.
Yeah, they did warn me about that one. That was why I steered clear and went with the tried and true whiskey barrel version, which is a little less with the spice.
Oh, very good. Now, you plan on staying here for a while? Or
I certainly do. We just moved to Burnsville. We're very, very excited. Was in Reno for 3 years, but I'm back to my hometown, Minnesota. Woo!
Welcome back.
Thank
Just
you.
in time for winter, too.
Absolutely. Hey, we missed it in Reno. You get a lot of rain in the desert in the winter as opposed to snow, which then tends to freeze and then they'll snow over it.
Oh, yeah, that's ugly.
Not as much fun as what you would imagine.
Yeah, I'm sure not. Well, excellent. Now, have you tried any beers in the bar itself, then, Erin?
Not yet. We've been sticking outside because it is such a beautiful, beautiful fall day here in Minnesota.
You can't beat it. September in Minnesota, and it's in the 90s. I mean, yeah, how do you go wrong with this?
Exactly, right?
Well, we're so glad that you joined us, and feel free to enjoy the rest of the time here. Okay. There's still a lot of things going on here at Hayes.
Absolutely. I know there's some music coming up. We're excited to hear that. So
well, we're excited to have you here.
Yeah.
Just real quick, back in Nevada, what was your favorite style of beer? What's a beer that back there that you went, this is my go-to favorite?
Well, it was really hard to get my favorite Minnesota beers out there because things even like Leinenkugels was pretty hard to find.
Sure.
They are very much a West Coast IPA kind of culture out there, of course, which is not my big thing. I'm definitely a fan of My Box, the Marzen style.
Marzen styles,
I definitely like Saisons, and so I've got a lot to try here today.
You do.
Some beautiful beers, some stouts. I like kind of more full-bodied beers and things with a lot of mouthfeel.
I like the way you think.
And a smooth finish.
We need you on the show, for crying out loud. Yeah, you got all it figured out here.
Yeah, so I had a great time. Worked at the University of Nevada out there, which was a lot of fun. Of course, most of my friends on campus who are students were not allowed to drink, and they all strictly observed the legal drinking age.
Very good. Nice cover. Nice cover.
But yeah, we certainly had a lot of fun getting to try out some different beers there. A definite place to hit in South Reno, Beer Envy. That is NV as in Nevada, NV, not envy as in jealous.
And 2 letters, NV.
NV, you got it.
So if you're ever in Reno,
South Reno, check out
tip.
Beer Envy, the best place for wonderful beers. They have like 60 to 80 beers on tap.
Nice.
Constantly changing. Once a keg is empty, they do not refill it with the same beer. They switch it out with something different. So you've got a constantly shifting rotation of beers, which was fabulous.
I want to go to Reno right now.
Yeah.
So, well, very good.
So, we'll shout out for Reno there.
Thank you, Erin.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us on Beer Guys TV. Remember, on Facebook, Beer Guys TV. Just search that on Facebook, and you'll be hooked up. BeerGuysTV.com as well. So there you go. From Hayes Public House in Buffalo, Minnesota, Erin and Greg. See you next time. Welcome back, and I tell you what, talking with Erin, she knows her brew.
She does.
She has got some background and her time out there in Nevada. Obviously, I think she put a plug in for that bar out there. If you're out that way, check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
But it's good to talk to people that really do know their beer.
Yeah, and not just one style of beer.
Right.
There's a lot of people who, I like IPAs, and that's fine if you like IPAs, and you can maybe tell the nuances between IPAs. But then, what about a stout, or what about a Hefeweizen, or what about there's all these other varieties. I don't touch those. Well, that's great, and I like that you like that. But what we try to do on the show is give a wide variety. Now, I'm not much of a a lager fan, but recently I gave a review on a lager that I liked.
You did. Yeah. Yes, and I'm not usually a big IPA person, but you get one you like. But the whole thing, like we always talk about on the show, be willing to try something different.
Yeah,
expand your horizon a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
You don't have to be married to it, but at least try it and get a sense of what the style of the beer is.
And you'll go, wow, I've been missing out on this. At least that happened to me. I went, wow, why haven't I tried these sooner? So anyway, but Erin certainly has tried a lot of beers.
She has.
And she was good to talk to, so it was nice having her on the show.
I noticed one thing, though, when I was inside Hayes Public House. At the bar, I mean, he's got a lot of... It's actually, when you walk in, it's pretty small.
Yeah.
But you feel like you've just walked into a pub in Ireland.
You do. It's definitely got the Irish feel. Yeah.
It does. I mean, it's in a strip mall. But when you walk through those doors, you're no longer in a strip mall. You're no longer... You don't see...
You're right. You forget totally that.
You forget totally that. He's got the Irish music going.
Yeah.
He's got these
some
tables.
Artifacts.
My wife and I sometimes will go up there and... I mean, we'll be cruising on a motorcycle or something, and we'll go up there, let's go have a beer. And so we go up there, we sit at a table, we get the cribbage board out.
That's fun.
We'll play cribbage while we're drinking a beer.
A 15-2 and a 15-4 and a pair for 6.
Pair for 8.
Yeah.
19. If you're
I got nibs.
You know what 19 is.
Knobs
too.
Yeah.
But it's just a great atmosphere to sit down and socialize. But the conspicuous thing I found out was there's only one chair at the bar stool.
I thought why is there only one chair? That's odd.
That is odd.
We found out why.
Yeah, we did.
We found out there's a person that has that, basically owns that chair. It's only for him.
We did. And his name is?
Billiam, of all weird. His real name is William, but they call him Billiam.
Yeah.
And he lives in Tennessee now, but he flew home just for this, and he still comes home for special events, and he'll, should we show him?
Let's show him the clip.
Here's Billiam. Hey, welcome everyone to another Beer Guys TV Brewcast. Today we are at Hayes Public House in Buffalo, Minnesota, part of their 5th anniversary. We're talking with one of the patriarchs, actually a couple of them really, from Hayes. We're talking with Billiam and Paula. Now Paula, you actually used to work here, right?
I did. I used to pour.
You used to pour beer here.
I did.
All right, now Billiam, no, you are the legend, I guess. Here. I guess. Now,
that's the word they use.
First of all, what are you drinking there?
This is the Revenge of the Dullahan, which is
the Revenge of the Dullahan,
which is this is their second pass, I think, on this one.
Okay, very
Smoked
good.
coffee porter.
Smoked coffee porter, right? Exactly. Well, today is a big day here at Hayes. 5 years, and you live in Tennessee now, right? Correct.
That's right. That's right.
And you flew home just for this.
This morning.
Wow, that's dedication right there.
And it's the second time we've done that this year.
No kidding.
Yep, we were here for St. Patrick's Day for the same reason.
Wow, these are some true Hayes fans right here.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I noticed there's a chair at the bar there, and it's got your name on it.
It does have my name on it.
How in the world? It's the only chair there.
It's the only chair at
one chair at the bar.
Yep.
And it's yours.
Yeah, I mean it was a community chair. I mean everybody sat in it, but when they decided they were going to name it. Give it to somebody. I didn't let anybody else win that competition.
So
they put a price on it tonight.
You outbid everybody.
It was
yours.
It was on sale for half a second. I'm a computer nerd, so I made sure I could make that happen quickly, and I did.
You did.
No, it's never regretted it.
Excellent, because obviously you've used it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's got
we go back that chair.
It's got a plaque on the chair. What does it say on the plaque?
The quote is from a favorite science fiction author. It says. Everything in excess, moderation is for monks. Yeah, it's a favorite.
Part of it,
I missed the middle of it, right? Everything in excess. To enjoy the flavor of life, take big bites. Moderation is for monks.
Okay.
And then they and I did not know they were going to put that on there. When Paula was working there, they asked her what should we put on the plaque. And she knew what the right quote was, but they were able to surprise me with it. So I got kind of. Misty-eyed when I came in and saw the chair had my name on it. It was a teary moment.
I can see it still gets to you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Actually, I can tell. Yeah. Now they've actually named a beer after you. Am I correct on that?
That is true.
Yeah.
Their Imperial IPA. It helps to have a good Irish last name.
O'Halloran?
O'Hanlon.
Very good.
Right. It's not, it's people always say O'Halloran or one of those variants.
Yeah. Sorry.
Good Irish name.
That's like me. I'm Gregory O'Johnson.
Sounds like a Minnesota.
Yeah, you betcha. There then. Now, Paula, you probably poured this beer to this gentleman. I'm sure.
Oh,
more than once.
Many, yeah.
Okay. Now, the other part of I understand the legend is you've got the is it the big guy?
The big boy flight.
The big boy flight. Now, everybody's been to a craft brewery. They've got flights, 4 or sometimes 6 beers, whatever. Not the case with yours. And then usually they got the small.
You have like the 5 ounce.
They do 5 ounce pours, but the big boy flight is a full serving of every beer that's on the board that day.
Wow. And you've completed this.
Multiple times.
I guess 4 times?
Not 4 times.
I guess it's 4 times.
Now, all in one day.
Yeah. We'd start early those days.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now, as we always say on Beer Guys TV, never drink and drive. Always use a DD. And you walked.
We walked. We lived right across the lake, and so we would walk. It's a mile and a half.
Across that beautiful lake right there. So but hey, I'm sure the walk here was different than the walk back.
Absolutely. Far more complicated on the way back.
So the big boy flight. Yep. And that's a full 16 ounce or whatever, depending on the beer. What pour it.
Correct.
The standard pour. Yep. That was something. It was a whim, I think, that day of Pugs. He looked at me and says, "Nobody's ever done that before." I thought, well, I can fix that. 2 or 3 of the 12 up on the board right now. I could probably do the rest. I don't know. I gave it a whirl.
And
worked out okay.
And now you're in infamy.
I guess. I don't know that anybody else has done it, even though people talk about it.
Some have tried.
Some have tried. Many have failed. Yeah. Okay. Well, very good. Well, that's legendary in its own right. But the fact that you came back from Tennessee just for the 5th year anniversary, pretty impressive.
I would think we'd be back for the next one too. I don't know if there's anything magical about 5. 6 sounds pretty good too.
We're big supporters.
Back in a year. We're big
I guess
supporters.
so. Lots of fans. I'm sure Pugs really appreciate you guys. And
I hope so.
And thanks for being here. It's a beautiful day and fun to be a part of it. Thank you, Billiam.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you.
And there you have it. There's the legend right here, Billiam on Beer Guys TV. Beers to you. Well, what an interesting character.
He is
Billiam and his wife there. And again, they came all the way back from Tennessee just for the 5th year anniversary at Hayes.
And he said he'd be back again next year.
Yeah.
And didn't he mention about sometime in between too? Like
yeah.
Twice a year.
They come back 2, sometimes 3 times a year. So, but he owns that chair.
He does. He owns that chair.
He's got the plaque on there.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty. And he's the big boy flight. Can you imagine?
I know.
Now, in case I don't know if you caught that, but that's doing a full beer of everything on the menu in one sitting.
And how many was that again?
I forget.
You mentioned it, but anyway.
Because just the whole thought went, whoa. but as you mentioned, you're living across the lake there, but his walk home was different than the walk there.
Yep.
So, but hey,
I have a little flight, and sometimes flights are 4 or 5. And then you get a double flight, 10.
Yeah.
I have had like all the beers on a menu, but it's usually not more than like 10 or 11.
Right. Yeah.
And I know that Hayes has a lot on the board.
Yeah.
They probably have a dozen.
Let's say 10 or 12 beers. Yep. Yeah.
And at that time, maybe it had less, maybe 6 or 7, but it doesn't matter. He had full glasses.
He was going to try to do the big boy flight, including the 9 casks.
Oh, I don't know if he made it because I didn't stick around that long.
He's still in Buffalo. He never made it back to Tennessee apparently. But anyway, that was just one of the interesting characters. Lots of cool people there we talked to. Lots of fun stuff and entertainment. The dancers were there. The river dancers. I was going to try to join them, but you talked me out of it.
Well,
I know.
Here's a clip. Maybe you're on this clip.
Oh boy, yikes. I didn't know about this. Here you go. Well, there you have it. Yeah, some dancing going on.
I think they did better than you did.
I'm pretty sure. Sure. And but it was a lot of fun. And then later on, they had other live music, and they just had stuff going on. We finally had to leave a little bit before all those other festivities, but had to make sure we didn't have too much of the Dullahan.
That's right.
Yeah. But
Revenge of the Dullahan.
Yeah, that's even scarier. But they sold a lot of these bombers while we were there. And,
they did.
And it's good stuff. So get a chance to check it out. But thanks to Pugs and everybody. The whole staff was great.
Yeah, it was wonderful. They invited us to come up there. We feel honored that they invited us because, I mean, we're just some beer guys.
And Terry, the mayor of Buffalo, was there. She was back there pouring beer, having a good time. She was having a real good time. Yeah. But anyways, that's kind of neat that the town got behind it like that.
Yeah, it is.
Some towns, the beer, but they support it because it's that part of town is growing. And,
it is.
And then people they're building a high rise there that overlooks the lake, and I'm sure they'll come over and hang out at Pugs. And
after we left, it was my wife was with me.
Yes.
And then my daughter and her boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
So they rode with us, and after we left there, we went to a Thai restaurant downtown.
Oh.
Yeah.
It
was good.
Not very far from there, I bet.
Not very far.
You could almost walk there.
You could, and we did.
Yeah. Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how was it?
It was good.
All right. Well,
a little spicy for me. I mean,
on
the spicy side, but my wife and daughter loved it.
Well, and I'm sure Angel liked it.
No, actually, Angel, he doesn't like spicy.
What?
Yeah, I know. Angel, he's Hispanic.
I thought
Hispanic descent. He's American. Actually.
Yeah, well, right.
He's born in America.
But you think that naturally you would think he'd like all this.
Yeah, no, he's like me. He's kind of a little, Swedish tongue, I guess.
I gotta say, ketchup sometimes is edgy.
Yeah.
So, all right, but anyway, back to Hayes. A big day, 50th anniversary. I can't wait to see what the 10th anniversary will be like.
Well, you don't have to because you can go back there whenever you want.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll have a 6th anniversary next year.
But will they still have the Hillbilly Peach Picker Milkshake IPA?
Well, it's hard to say because I know he likes to change things up, and I've gone there for the last probably 3 years, and I've not seen it. So that's the first time. So
I got to get back up there then.
Yeah,
I really like that beer.
Yeah,
but I like. You know what I like is his standard stout there. I can't remember the name of it, but you got to pump it.
Yeah,
but it's only 4 point something.
It's very sessionable.
Yeah, I like that because it doesn't always have to be 10.1%.
No, exactly.
And that's a good sit around and chat beer.
Yes.
So anyway, if you get a chance, stop in, and I hope you enjoyed this brewcast and the whole festivities from Hayes, from the mayor to the bagpipes to the dancers and
dancer.
Yeah. Okay, enough of that. All right. Thanks, Shane.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for everyone at Hayes Public House in Buffalo, Minnesota, to all here at Beer Guys TV, thanks for joining us. And until next time, beers to ya. There you go. Revenge of the Dullahan.
Beer Guys TV reminds you to drink responsibly, never drink and drive, and always use a DD. Be sure to expand your beer list by trying something different. Remember to check out BeerGuysTV.com and find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for listening to this Beer Guys TV podcast. Sponsor messages you hear on our podcast are paid endorsements unless otherwise stated. These messages help us bring Beer Guys TV to you. We encourage you to support our sponsors so that we may continue to provide quality entertainment and information. Our reviews are honest opinions. Your opinion and taste may vary. We encourage you to try beers and products for yourself and form your own opinions. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us what beer you like and send us your suggestions for us to review. You can contact us at beerguystv@gmail.com.